All right, so today is August 7th, 4:26 a.m. I just got off work, that's why I'm still up. But I just needed to vent and talk. So, I want to talk about my situation. Now, I'm going to be cussing. So, if you don't like cussing, do not watch, change it, whatever you're going to do. Because I'm going to vent and I'm going to say what I'm going to say with no filter. Now, I'm dealing with Childnet right now, which is the people who come into your life, feel like they can control whatever what you got going on, and they take your kids. So what happened with me is that my son, my 9-year-old, walked out the house while I was asleep. I think it was around 3 something in the morning, I believe so. But he walked to the corner store because he was hungry and he had to, and someone I guess saw him there, bought him something to eat, and then called the police. The police came into my house and flashed light in my face, right? So I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then they said, oh, we need to talk to you. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like scared because like somebody's in my house flashing a light in my face. So they're talking to me about what happened, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then they had to call DCF and report it. See, this is what I hate. Like, yo, I didn't actually do all that bullshit, but they said they got to do it. So they called DCF, all that bullshit, and they told me straight up, you might want to clean your house before they get here, because my house was dirty. I'm going to tell you that straight up, my house was filthy. I had stuff everywhere. When you say stuff, I mean, you could think about paper, trash, soda cans, juice bottles, whatever you could think of. It was everywhere. Now, keeping in mind that at this time, I was working 2 jobs. I had a morning job and I had a night job. My night job was like a part-time job, so I got off at like 10 o'clock. So I had to work those 2 jobs to take care of me, my kids, and my household. Now, DCF comes in first. DCF came in, right, and said that, oh, they looking at my house, and she had the police officer with her because, of course, whatever safety protocol reasons. Looking at my house, jotting down on her notes. See, one thing about these motherfuckers, when they do their notes, they are negative. When I say negative, they don't say nothing positive. Negative, 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 negative. So she wrote down all the stuff that I had in my house. Oh, my house was filthy. I had feces everywhere. Like, yo, don't over exaggerate. They over exaggerate too. That's the shit I don't like. So they over exaggerate. Now, mind you that she's looking through my house. She's tooting her nose up like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, okay. I'm looking at her while she doing all that. Like, and then back in my head, I want to tell her to get the fuck out my house. Like, real talk. Don't be coming up here judging me based on what the fuck you see and don't know how I feel or what I'm going through. Now, she's telling me, explain to me all this stuff like in my past history, because this is my 3rd time being with Childnet. My 3rd time. 1, 2, 3. 3rd time being with Childnet. And see, so they look at me as a red flag. Okay, they look at me as a red flag. So when the DCL was talking to me about me and my medication, because I was supposed to be compliant with my medication, right? But I had stopped taking my medication at the time. So when they got back into the picture, she told me I need to go get my medication back. So they gave me a time frame. So I didn't get it. I was kind of slacking. I was kind of assing around. Now, with that being, I was kind of like, she said, oh, because I didn't get the medication, or I wasn't, doing what I was supposed to do, or I wasn't taking my medication when I was supposed to be taking it, they let it go to Childnet. Now, the report has gone to Childnet, all this stuff, all that blah, blah, blah. Now, let me mind you. Now, while my kids are, going through this process, my kids were in daycare, right? And DCF worker tells me, where are your kids? So we go to the daycare, we take my kids, and then I had to say goodbye to my kids. It was a very touchy moment, but I said goodbye to my kids. I hugged them, kissed them. Now I have a 15-year-old, which is my daughter. I have a 9-year-old son, and I have a 5-year-old son. Now my 5-year-old son was very emotional. He doesn't know what's going on, but it affects him. Now keep in mind, Childnet, I really feel like Childnet needs to take a different approach of how they do shit. Real talk. They need a different approach at how they do shit. One thing they do when it comes to the kids, mentally, is taking them away from the parents. That's mentally. 2, it's placing them with people that they don't even know. That's 2. That's part of the 2. 3 is separating them if they have to be separated. I don't understand why they separate kids, especially if they're siblings and they go to different homes. I guess the manage the child better, but then you hear all this bullshit on the news about how foster parents are killing the kids and doing all this shit to these kids. Nah, I don't trust nobody with my kids, man. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't trust nobody with my kids. Nobody. And I understand if you was somebody else, you'll feel the same way. Now, right now, I'm dealing with... I'm just tired. It's so much I can talk about, but I can only do it in a certain time frame. I just want to express myself. Now, right now I've been through. Right now, up to date. I've been in Childnet for about roughly 2 years. It's 2 years. 2 years going on, man. 2 years. Now, I'm going to say this. 2 years going on Childnet. Now, Childnet act like they smart as fuck, intelligent motherfuckers, that they know it all. Alright. So, if y'all motherfuckers know it all, right? 2 years, right? I'm in Childnet. Okay. My caseworker is talking about I'm not complying with my medication. Now, bitch, you better watch your ass. Because you keep saying I'm not complying with my medication, you're going to get fired for lying. Because I can go to the fucking doctor, print out a receipt of all the medications I done picked up, because they have proof of me picking it up, because they do that scan and shit. When they scan the medication, you know how you give you medication, they scan that shit? Obviously, boom, I can print that shit out and give it to my lawyer. Guess what? Who's going to be lying? Because that's the reason why they haven't given my kids back. Because that bitch don't want my kids with me. I don't know what her personal problem is with me, but you better tighten the fuck up. Now, I'm dealing with also the fact that I'm not complying with my medication. Now, if that's the case, y'all should have made a decision a long time ago instead of prolonging this bullshit. They want me to do a psychological evaluation, and they want me to do an ability to parent report. Now, when I do this bullshit, and you see that there's nothing wrong with me, because I feel like they're trying to see, I feel like they're trying to find something wrong with me. And they said a while back, you need to talk to a family member and try to come up with a safety plan, so that way that, we'll know that the kids will be okay and stuff. Why say all this bullshit in my face to me about that and to the family member if you're not going to give me back my kids, but yet you're still undecided? You know what I'm saying? You're still undecided. I know my caseworker has something against me because I had court about 2 weeks ago. It was on Monday. It was at 8:30. But I had a miscommunication from someone telling me Tuesday at 8:30. So it feels like a setup, Oh, she missed court, blah, blah, blah. So, I asked my caseworker, I texted her Tuesday because I thought I missed it that morning. I texted her at 10 o'clock in the morning. I said, how did court go? She says to me, and this is where they communicate. Your communications suck ass so bad that you didn't even bother to even send me a message saying anything about anything. You didn't send me no kind of communication, no message about nothing. But I got to contact you. So I contact my caseworker at 10 o'clock in the morning, asking how did court go. She texted me about what I need to get done, which is the psychological and the ability to parent report. Okay, she's saying all this bullshit. All right, I asked her how court goes. She didn't say nothing. So I'm like, then I said something else. Then she said, you missed it. She said, court was yesterday. That's what she said on the message. Court was yesterday. And I said, okay, if court was yesterday and you guys did not message me, not even a lawyer messaged me. Now, going towards that, I said, she said that if that was your intentions on showing up. So for her to say that, I felt like, you got something against my ass. I don't know what the fuck it is, but you better get that shit out of your feelings. Like, get the fuck out of your feelings. Alright, they say leave your personal shit at home, be professional at work. I said to her, Miss Lady, I had my alarm clock set for 7 a.m. I work overnight. You don't know what the fuck my intentions are. Her next message was, have a nice day. Are you fucking serious? I just asked you how did court go. You didn't mention nothing about court. So I'm like, how about what the court date is? The next court date is. Oh, you're supposed to get that from your lawyer. Then she texted me court date. My court date is in October. So we gonna see how this go. When I do this bullshit and y'all still say y'all undecided, I'm gonna sue y'all ass. I'm gonna sue y'all ass for being stupid. I'm gonna sue y'all ass for whatever reason I want to sue y'all ass for. Because you don't have nothing against me. Nothing written down on paper. No proof of anything indicating that I'm unstable to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are so judgmental. These motherfuckers sit there in your face and smirk and laugh like something's funny. Alright, you want to sit there. Guess what? All this shit gonna come back on y'all. You better be careful how you treat people, man. Be careful how you treat people. And the person who's taking care of my kids, right, can't take care of my kids no more. So that's cool. That's understandable. So we're trying to get the kids to come back home with me. Now, mind you, I said I was in the court system for 2 years. It's going on 2 years. Not have one time that they came out to my house and said and checked on our house. No, not one time they came out to my house. They came out to my house one time. Out of these 2 years, they came out to my house one time. Even though with the COVID shit going on, they came out to my house one time. One time, right? Just to give me some gifts for Christmas, right? Take pictures, whatever. That's all they did. Now, one time they come out to my house to check to see if it was dirty. Now, understand this. If you got a parent that's keeping the house filthy and nasty, right, with her kids, now you want to know, is it the parent keeping the house dirty or is it the kids keeping the house dirty? Even though the parent is there, why isn't the house clean? You know what I'm saying? So now it's like we need to go do pop-ups to see if the mom is keeping the house clean on her own by herself. Now, if she isn't, then obviously there's something not okay with her in her head. Now, that being said, if they were smart as they seem to be, intelligent as they seem to fucking be, right, then they should have looked at the obvious factors. Self-love. Mom is lacking self-love. 2, self-management skills. Obviously, I need to work on my self-management skills, meaning that I need to be organized. I need to be self-motivated. Obviously, if mom is not keeping the house clean, she's not organized. Self-motivated. I'm not motivated to keep the house clean. You know, pushing myself to actually keep my house, that the environment that I'm living in, the place that I should be enjoying, to be motivated to keep clean. You know what I'm saying? Organization means getting up early in the morning and having a routine, so that way I can maintain this house the way I should be maintaining it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got time management. I got a book on time management that I'm reading right now. Hold on. Alright, so these are the books that I'm reading right now. The Highly Sensitive Person, which I am highly sensitive. I'm very sensitive. And then I got another book, Time Management, 20 minutes in a day, right? So I'm working on myself, reading books, trying to better myself as a person. Now, these people act like they know it all, but they don't. Recognizing that mom needs self-love, she needs self-management, so obviously she needs to work and improve the skills that she's lacking in. You know what I'm saying? Now, right now, I'm facing the fact that my kids are going to be going into foster care. All because these people act like, I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know what's going on in their head. I don't know. But I really feel like they're not really doing their job. They're just giving me tasks to do, to complete, to see if I'm going to do it or not. That's how I feel. I feel like they're just giving me tasks to do and to see if I'm going to complete. I also feel like if they really wanted to help me, they would have been trying to improve my lack of skills and self-love. Anybody with common sense will see that. Now, I don't know what their personal problem is towards me, but I feel like it's something personal. Blah, 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 what to say. My kids are going into foster care, right? I told them straight up, if anything happens to my kids while they're in foster care, I'm going to sue Childnet. I'm going to sue y'all ass. I'm going to sue y'all ass like no tomorrow. Because keep in mind, right now on the news right now is saying COVID is going up. That kids, over 80% of the kids are catching COVID. So if you're going to place my kids in a different environment where I have to worry about their well-being, you know what I'm saying? And not sure if they're going to be, looked after properly, then, anything can happen. I don't want to think that way, but I have to think that way because you're not thinking about the well-being of my kids. You're thinking about, oh, we're not going to put it with mom because mom's not fit. You don't have no proof of me not being fit. All you're doing is going by what you're thinking. And, and that's it. That's all you're going is by what you're thinking. And you guys are not really doing your job. Y'all not doing your job. They want to just give me tasks to do and complete. Yo, when I do these 2 tasks and October come and the court they come, what y'all gonna still be undecided? I don't have time for that shit, man. Like, yo, give me back my kids. I'm getting my kids back. Real talk, I'm getting my kids back. Or y'all gonna really feel it from me. I'm not that person to fuck with, man. I am not that person to fuck with. I may be quiet, I may be nice, but I'm very sensitive. I'm very emotional. I don't do stuff to people intentionally just to get a laugh or make them feel some type of way. I don't like that. I don't do that to nobody. I don't nobody do that to me. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating because it's like you don't have any control or power. And then when you're trying to reach out and talk and communicate with these people, they act like they don't want to say nothing back. They act like they don't want to communicate with you. I don't get that. I asked my lawyer, can I contact the judge, right? Oh, you can talk to the judge, but she ain't give me no indication, no nothing, none to contact the judge. So it's like you guys are just asking or bullshitting me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I can't sue because COVID is getting out there. And if my kids get sick from COVID, God forbid, but if they get sick from COVID, yo, it's a different story for me. I'm not on that shit. And anybody can relate. Anybody can feel how I feel. That if somebody had your kids, well, how would you feel if somebody had your kids and put them in somebody else's house? And then you got to worry about what's going on with your kids or if they're okay, if anything like that, you know what I'm saying? When I go to work, I'm trying not to cry. So when I deal with, they don't understand that they're putting stress on me. I'm going to do what I need to do to get my kids back, but they're putting stress on me. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't give a fuck. And then I went racial. Now, if you take this the wrong way, that's you. If you get offended, that's you. I'm going to tell you that right now. People say what they say out their mouth. You know, everybody say what they say out their mouth. They think what they think. That, that's what it is. Now, I'm going to say this. I went racial with their ass. Yes, I did. I went racial with their ass. And I'm going to say this. And I feel this way. My caseworker, my supervisor, my lawyer, the guardian, all of them, they're all black. I say this. I feel like this. I feel like black people are cursed. Now, why I say that? Because every time you turn around, black people are killing each other. Every time you turn around, black people are hating on each other. I don't understand that shit. That. And sometimes it be your own family too. I don't understand that shit, man. I really don't. It's like we're cursed to live in a freaking cycle, a freaking loop of the same bullshit over and over and over. We can stop, but we choose not to. It's like ignorance, you know what I'm saying? It's like ignorance. And I feel like my caseworker and my supervisor, they're black, but they're women. So I feel like they're being real petty with me. You know what I'm saying? They're being real petty with me. And it's like, what am I doing? You guys stood in front of me, said to my face, you know what I'm saying? Said to me, because at the time, the court was open. Court was open before COVID broke out. This is, and said that as long as I maintain, a house, a job, You know, if I do the task that they require me of, I get my kids back. But I feel like they're just prolonging this shit to prevent me from getting my kids back. And it's like you're not really looking at the factors of you're putting my kids' lives in danger. I'm frustrated because it's like it's 2 years already. It's been 2 years. This case is still open. What the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all not really doing what y'all supposed to be doing if y'all were doing it the correct way. Obviously, if I've been here, if I've been in the system 3 times, right, that means that you should say something to yourself that this is a lesson learned on both ends. That obviously you guys need to take a different approach on how y'all do shit. I really want to put their ass on blast, put their ass on Channel 7 News. That's what I really want to do. I want to put their ass right on Channel 7 News and say, this is what Childnet is doing. This is what they require me to do. But yet they're still undecided and they don't have proof. But they want to put my kids in foster care because of what? Because they think I'm unfit, but you don't have proof. You don't have anything indicating that I'm unfit. And then y'all don't even come or even do anything to actually check my house and see if it's unfit to be living in. I'm living in a nice environment. You know what I'm saying? I have a house. I don't have a man in my life. You know, I'm doing it by myself. I have a good job. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking care of myself. Obviously, self-love. I look good. You know what I'm saying? What's up with y'all? Now, if y'all hating on me, cause it's cause one of the people said that, you know, come up with a case plan, right? Yo, yet again. And then you sit there and lie in our face and say, come up with a case plan and you need to do this and that so you can get the kids back. But then you switch it around. So they're trying to provoke me to get mad. They're really trying to get under my skin. And somebody else said the same shit. They're really trying to get under your skin. And the person who said that shit is in the system of Childnet. Oh, they're trying to get under your skin. So, I mean, I've vented, and I'm glad you guys listened to me. And thank you for watching and all that stuff. I'm going through a lot right now. I'm always going through pain. No matter what I go through, I'm always going through pain. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I don't really deserve this. I don't deserve this. Man. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. Anybody who got kids, I don't care who you are, do not let the system, I mean that shit, don't let the system, which is Childnet or DCF, in y'all fucking life. Cause these motherfuckers act like they can run shit and do whatever. Nah, man, that shit ain't cool. That shit is not cool at all. They act like they can do this and do that. Nah, y'all act like y'all doing y'all job. Y'all really doing this shit for a paycheck. Because I feel like if you don't have a case, right, then how you gonna get paid? So I really feel like y'all doing this shit for a paycheck. And then when this case closed, y'all not gonna give a fuck about me and my kids. Y'all not gonna give 2 fucks about me and my kids. Y'all gonna move on to the next case. You gonna see that's the thing. They treat us like a case number. They don't treat us like people. They treat us like a case number. And I'm tired of that. Y'all need to switch that shit up. Y'all get into a position of power, right? Y'all get into a position of power and you lose your heart. You lose your heart. This is why I don't deal with people. Not saying people are bad, but this is why I steer away from, you know, people. You know, I don't like being hurt. I don't like the fights. I don't like the petty stuff. I don't like none of that. I just want to live my life, enjoy it with my kids. And I'm gonna say this right now. I'm doing this YouTube thing. I have no clue in any sense of the way what I'm doing. But I'm doing this for them. Because I want them to see me do this. And if they see me do this, they gonna do this. So I'm only doing this because I want my kids to see me do this. Real talk. Nothing else no more. If I get views or not, it's all good. But I want my kids to see me do this shit. Real talk. I'm getting my kids back. I don't care what nobody say. I'm getting my kids back. Childnet, DCF, kiss my ass. Real talk. Y'all can kiss my ass. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna vent about something else later on, or talk about something else later on. Other than that, I'm good right now. It was nice kind of just letting it out. So yeah, but I will keep you updated on what's going on with me, because I'm gonna snap on their ass, boy. I really feel like I'm gonna snap on their ass. Like, yo, I already snapped on them twice already. I'm gonna snap on them again. They better tighten the fuck up. Act like they doing their job. They really need to do their job, for real. They need to do their job, for real. Alright.